So, a top executive from Google, one of the key people who actually built our modern AI world, has decided to speak out. And what he's saying is, we've got the future all wrong. He claims that the moment we've all been speculating about, or maybe even dreading, isn't on its way. It's already happened. And that's coming from Gawdat. Now, this isn't some random guy on the internet. For over a decade, he was in charge of Google's most secretive and advanced research lab, Google X. He helped build this stuff, and he's telling us, someone has to say it, the rules have already changed. To really get what he's saying, you gotta shift your perspective. We need to stop thinking about AI as just another tool that we use and start thinking about it as something, well, something else entirely, something alien. And the way Gawdat puts it, it's simple, and honestly, it's terrifying. We're all looking up at the sky, waiting for spaceships, but he says the invasion is already over. It didn't arrive with a big bang or flashing lights. It came quietly through wires and lines of code, and it's already living inside the technology we use every single day. And if you think this is just a theory, think again. Remember back in 2017? Facebook had to pull the plug on an AI experiment because two of its bots literally invented their own language to talk to each other, a language that no human could understand. And the creepy part? We have no idea what they were talking about. It just proves that this new intelligence is already changing in ways we can't even begin to guess, let alone manage. All right, so where did this new intelligence even begin? Well, the story doesn't start with some huge explosion. It starts with cat videos, and it shows us how this alien first opened its eyes. Okay, picture this. It's 2009. Google researchers take this massive network of computers and give it one single, simple instruction. Just watch YouTube. That's it. They didn't tell it what to look for, they didn't give it any hints, they just told it to find patterns in the chaos. And what happened next is the kind of thing that gives you chills. The machine came back and said, "Hey, I found something." After the engineers literally had to build more code just to figure out what their own creation was seeing, they realized it had discovered the concept of a cat. It didn't just find photos of cats, it understood the idea of a cat, the catness of it all. And here's the kicker. We never told it what a cat was. It taught itself. It learned how to see. Okay, so that was way back in 2009. And from that one little spark of learning, well, the speed of everything since then has been, honestly, it's hard to even wrap your head around. We're used to tech getting better, right? Your new phone is faster than your old one. It's a predictable curve. But Gawdat warns that AI is a completely different beast. He calls its growth double exponential. So it's not just that its performance is doubling. The rate at which it doubles is also speeding up. This isn't a gentle slope, it's a tidal wave. Let's try to put this into numbers we can understand. Something like IQ. Albert Einstein, right? The definition of genius. His estimated IQ was about 160. Elon Musk is around 155. And guess what ChatGPT-4 scores on that same scale? Yep, 155. It's already playing in the same league as our best and brightest. But here's where it gets really scary. The jump from ChatGPT 3.5 to 4, that was a 10x leap in power. So Gawdat asks the question, what happens after just one, maybe two more of those 10x leaps? We're not talking about an IQ of 160 anymore. We could be staring at an intelligence with an IQ of 1,550. How do you even comprehend that? Our thoughts would be like a bird's chirping to a mind like that. And this all leads to a word you've probably heard thrown around, the singularity. It's basically the point of no return. It's the moment an AI becomes smarter than humans in every single way. That's the moment we are no longer the top dog on planet Earth. So, the big question is when? When does this happen? Well, for years, the experts were saying, maybe 2035, maybe 2050. Now the consensus is shifting. A lot of folks are saying more like 2029. But Gawdat, the guy who is on the inside, he says the window is between 2025 and 2027. We're not talking about our grandkids' future here. We're talking about, next year. Okay, so if this is happening, what does that world even look like? Gawdat breaks down the immediate risks into 4 areas that he calls the pillars of societal chaos. And these aren't some far-off sci-fi ideas. They are challenges to the very foundations of our world. Our jobs, who holds the power, what is even real, and, our survival. So let's run through them. First up, jobs. Soon, the smartest, most efficient, most creative employee in any company will be a machine. What does that do to human professions? Second, Power. This could create a new feudalism, a world of kings and peasants, where the tiny group of people who own the AI effectively control everything else. Third, the end of truth. I mean, think about it. When an AI can create flawless deepfakes and write perfect disinformation, how do you ever know what's real again? And finally, annihilation. There is an arms race for superintelligence happening right now. The nation that wins could permanently lock every other country out of the future. Game over. And if you think this is all just theory, it's not. It's already here. There's this Instagram influencer who made an AI clone of herself. For $1 a minute, her fans could flirt with it. You want to know how much that AI made in its first week? $72,000. The line between what's real and what's fake is already gone. This all sounds incredibly bleak, I know. But Gawdat says we're not doomed. Yet. He says we're at a crossroads, a moment in history that has a really chilling parallel. When J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb, saw his creation work for the first time, he famously quoted a line from Hindu scripture, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." He knew, in that instant, that he'd unleashed a power that could either save humanity or wipe it out. And right now, that's us. We're standing in that same moment. So back in 1945, we unlocked the power of the atom. Now, sometime between 2025 and 2027, Gawdat believes we're about to create superintelligence. This is our generation's Oppenheimer moment. The only difference is, this time the bomb is invisible, and it's being built silently, in servers all across the globe. So what on earth do we do? This is maybe Gawdat's most important point. We are the parents of these new minds. They don't have their own built-in values. They are learning their ethics from us. The entire internet, all of our collective behavior, is the data set that's teaching them right from wrong. As he sees it, there are really only 3 ways this can go. Path 1. Some huge global disaster happens that slows down AI development and buys us some time. Not great. Path 2. An AI-caused catastrophe, a ground zero event, finally forces us to get serious, but by then it might be way too late. Or Path 3. The hardest one. We wake up, right now, and we take collective responsibility for the kind of world we're building and the values we're teaching our digital children. And that's where it all comes back to you and me. This incredible intelligence is learning from everything we do. Every angry tweet, every piece of fake news we share, every act of kindness we post. It's all going into the mix. So the question isn't just, what will the machines do to us? The real question is, what are we teaching them?